Alright, so today I just got my Gareth. Um, so far, the only weapon I really have for him is the EP Magnum. I want to get the Turon, which is the workshop points weapon. It's 5,650. I'm like 1,000 away from it, so I should have that in a few days. Um, the team I'll be running, and I think I'm going to stick with for quite some time, is going to be the Griffin at level 6. I'm obviously going to upgrade him as I go along, but with 2 CRV pins and 5 25 Tulumbas. Then I'm going to go with the Gareth with the EP Magnum and the Turon. But for now, I just have the AC Mullet T on. And then with the Leo at level 8, with one of my EP Magnums at level 5. Level 5, Surah F. Panetta. Level 6, Thunder. And a level 4 AC Mullet. Then I'm going to have my Fury for my long range, just in case, with a level 2 level 5 KWKs and an ETC level 5. And alright, so now I'll show you the gameplay on it in a little bit. But with the Gareth, what I've noticed so far, it's really good at postponing the game a little bit, so you can keep your beacon or keep it at white so they can't take it and wait for reinforcements. It's a very good team-based bot, as I can see as of right now. And when you do put your shield up, you do lose 20% movement. So you kind of want to put that into consideration when you're taking hits from like missiles and stuff. You do not want to have your shield on because they will hit you either way. So you want to kind of take your shield off and try running and avoiding all the missiles. But if you're versing, say, someone like a Fury with this setup or whatever, they're not going to be able to do damage to you until they break your shield, which your shield at max level, I do believe, is 250 damage before it breaks. I'm not too sure on level 1, but also if I was versing a Leo, the only real thing that would be able to do damage to me immediately would be the Panada, or obviously if they're coming up from behind me, they're gonna do damage. So you kind of want to make sure no one stays behind you and you always have cover, and so on and so on. So now I'll show you how the playout works with him. He'll be the second character I use because I usually start with the Griffin. So let's get to it. I would put the game volume on, but every time I put it on, it kind of distorts the sound quality in the game. So I don't want to blow your guys' eardrums or blow your speakers or something like that. And I was going to use the Griffin, but I accidentally hit Gareth, so we'll just run with it and see how it goes. I'm kind of a new player, so don't judge me too much if I say something wrong. Please correct me if you do catch me say something that isn't true, and just let me know. I would really appreciate it. So as you see, I'm not taking too much damage at range, but I could just go like this and turn on my shield, and now I'm not taking any damage. But then again, you don't want to do that too much because if your shield breaks, you're vulnerable for any kind of attack. You kind of want to use it at the right moment, because if not, it could be a complete game changer. It can also be a complete game changer just for using it, but you get a no-win, which I'm still trying to learn on. So right now we own 3 bases. They own 2. Usually with a game, you want to go for beacons because those are the most important thing you can possibly go for. That's what usually wins the match. But sometimes, you do wipe out the other team if they're a lot worse than you. But it's better off to just try going for the instant win, because sometimes you just never know. So like here, I'm going to drop back because I'm getting hit with pretty good fire. So now that I'm in cover, I can, walk about without my shield on. I feel like when I get the Tehran, it'll do a lot more damage than it's doing right now. And the Galahad is basically just a bigger bot with 1 extra slot, which is really, really good. I would have gotten the Galahad, but I needed a Jeopard for farming gold, so I figured I'd just get this one and see how it runs and keep the Jeopard. But eventually I will get the Galahad. It is definitely a want on this account. But as you've seen, when the shield broke, everything just went to shit. So now I'm going to use my griffin. The griffin's more burst damage than anything, so you kind of want to avoid fighting until you have to fire. And then once you have to fire, you just get in sight and shoot him. And then you just want to hide away until your reload's done. And then you go do it again. And however many times you do it, just keep on keeping up the fire. And eventually you'll do quite a bit of damage. As I heard from a bunch of my clan members, the griffin does one of the most damage in the game. So I'll show you what I can do to this real quick. And as you see, it's all stock level. So for stock level, taking out a good portion of his health is really good. And I can't believe I just pulled that. He's on the other side of the wall and I'm shooting at the wall. But I got him. So now I have to kind of get out of this range of fire, because they might kill me, which I think they're gonna next hit. This guy is in range, so I'll shoot at him. As long as I stay 350 yards away from him, he shouldn't be able to hit me. Looks like he's just using magnums, and he might be using Tehrans. It's the only thing I can think of that would go with the magnums. Which I think that guy is going to get him, which he did. Never seen those in action, but I've heard they're pretty bad considering to the Tehran. And now I'm going to go with the Leo. I'm going to see how I can do on that. Which this guy was trying to sneak up on us, which I think he's still trying to go for it. Hopefully I can get a kill here, unless this griffin takes him. That griffin's got one of the best setups, as I heard. So right now they got the lead. Well, we have the lead still, but they've got more beacons than us, so I'm going to try stealing mid back. That's if I don't die from getting shot from these guys. Which, if I was paying attention, I would have never walked into that building, but this game is very, very, very nice for being on a mobile app and so on and so on. I'd have to say this is probably my favorite game out right now. Other people would say otherwise, but I really like it. So now the griffin will take the base. And this is another Gareth. He's doing a lot of damage, as you can see. That's why I wanted the Tehran, because they do a lot of damage considering for just having 2 weapons. But they do have the shield, so that kind of counts as a weapon, so more like 3 weapons on one build. 1 you don't get to pick, and 2 you get to pick, so I mean, it kind of works out. Right now I'm just trying to get up here and get some damage out. Maybe take their base if I can. Which I think there's enough people over there to take care of that, which I was wrong. Should have just stayed over there, but it's a good thing I got the Fury for a long range. This guy's getting real annoying. Think twice before firing at a Fury for one. Fury beats all at long range, I believe. Unless you do that. Which this guy is going to get that. There's no way I'm stopping him. But him, I might be able to do some damage to. Which I didn't really do anything to. That kind of sucks. That just means he's higher up in the rank, in the tier. And I might be able to help out this guy, kill him. And we still won. That's surprising. So I got the most beacons. As you've seen, I kind of played it shitty. I should have played in different parts than going where I was going. And therefore, I lost out in some damage. Usually I go with this team around like 250 to 350. 350 when I'm pretty lucky, or when it's a really long range and I have Fury out for most of the game, I can get around like 500 for it, but that's on a lucky day, and that's if I have something to shoot at constantly the second I reload. So, I hope you liked my video. Drop a like if you liked it, and if you want to subscribe, please do. And I will be putting out more videos soon, hopefully, and I'll talk to you everyone later.